this video we're going to pick out some highlights for you, 7 games that every Mac owner needs to play. To start us off, here's a fantastic racing game, Dirt Showdown. Racing games tend to fall into 2 categories, realistic simulations of driving mechanics and high-speed action games that focus on stunts and general mayhem. Dirt Showdown falls into the second group. There's a basic single-player mode to help newcomers get started, but the focus is very much on smashing into other cars and hurtling over ramps, while the game's damage engine thrillingly renders the crunching of metal and glass. There's also a split-screen mode that lets you play with friends on one computer without having to go online, so it'll be good fun if you fancy a blast of racing action after the pub on a Friday night. At number 2, a classic adventure game updated with new graphics and music. Monkey Island casts you in the role of Guybrush Threepwood, a swashbuckling young pirate searching for hidden treasure. Along the way, you have to solve puzzles, defeat a ghostly pirate, and win the heart of the island's governor. It's one of the wittiest games ever made, and beautifully designed and written. This version also includes a new help system that can give you the occasional hint when stuck on a puzzle, and the ability to switch between the original and updated graphics and sound whenever you want. We're heading to Gotham City next with Batman Arkham City. The previous Batman game was set in the claustrophobic confines of Gotham City's infamous Arkham Asylum, but this time the action expands onto a much larger canvas. A section of the city has been walled off and turned into a vast open-air prison ruled over by a selection of Batman's greatest foes. Taking the game outdoors was a smart move, allowing the designers to create an impressive cityscape full of Gothic landmarks. It also provides a wider range of combat options, allowing you to bat-glide over the rooftops or bat-sneak around the streets in search of clues. The atmospheric design and range of enemies make Arkham City a must-have for fans of action and adventure games. Tower defense classic Plants vs. Zombies puts you in the shoes of a homeowner with a zombie problem. The undead want to invade your back garden and get to your delicious brains. Your best defence is to plant peas, mushrooms and other deadly flora and fight back. The beautiful cartoon artwork is on the right side of zany, and the zombies are silly, distinctive enemies that vary in character and battle skills. It's also, at times, very funny indeed. This is fun for all ages, but don't let the cartoonish art or light-hearted atmosphere throw you off. This is one of the cleverest and most original strategy games out there. One for fans of role-playing games now, with Dragon Age 2. Like its predecessor, it's set in the fantasy world of Theodos, but the sequel introduces an entirely new cast of characters and a new storyline, as your hero rises from obscurity to become a mighty champion. There's a focus on politics and intrigue that's unusual for an RPG, but the graphics are reassuringly spectacular and combat is fast and furious, with characters leaping around the screen, waving their swords and firing spells all over the place. If you love fantasy RPGs, this is one you need to try. The first time you play Braid, our next pick, you might be forgiven for thinking you've just bought a late 90s puzzle platform. You jump and run like Mario, kill monsters by jumping on their heads, and collect puzzle pieces. And then you're introduced to Braid's killer feature. You can turn back time. As you progress, you realise that this is a crucial part of the game's mechanics. There are sections you can't complete without winding back the action. Add in some fiendishly designed levels, a lot of old-school gaming, and a genuinely great soundtrack, and you realise why Braid won all those awards. StarCraft was the best real-time strategy game ever made, which meant the sequel had a lot to live up to. And sure enough, this is a slick, first-rate, blockbuster production. You play the role of freedom fighter Jim Raynor, who leads the forces of humanity into battle against the alien Zerg and Protoss. The main single-player campaign provides a variety of challenging missions, ranging from small raiding parties to large-scale battles with big, stompy robots. 2 expansion packs, Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void, continue the story from the point of view of the Zerg and Protoss, so get ready to devote a lot of time to this game. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.